All right, guys, we are here. This is the last math lesson of the entirety of first grade. Say what? I know. But we're here in our Learn books. We're going to work on some problems together. We're going to go to page, not today, 111. 111. We've got our book. We've got our pencil. And we know math is best learned through doing. So it's 11 tens and 1 1. That is the page number. We're going to do some together. Then you're going to do some by yourself. And yes, today is a front and back day. Today is a front and back day. But the beauty of it is, it says right here, use the strategy you prefer to solve the problems below. I am going to model with you, some of the different strategies we have learned, and you'll be given the opportunity to choose how you would like to solve the problem. If you want to draw pictures for all the ones you do on your own, great! Did you get the right answer? Cool! Keep at it. But I'm going to make sure that we have been sufficiently exposed to the options that we have. So, with this problem here, 43 plus 21. 43 plus 21. Let's use the strategy of breaking both parts into tens and ones, and then adding the tens, adding the ones, and then putting all the pieces together again. So, 43, 40, and 3. 21, 20, and 1. Let's add our tens. The value of the tens, 40 and 20, is equal to 60. Now let's add our ones. 3 plus 1 is equal to 4. If you notice, I'm lining them up still. See? 43, 21, 64. 43 plus 21 is 64. So this was the double number bond. The double number bond, where we break both parts into pieces, the pieces being the tens and the ones for both numbers. The pieces being the tens and the ones for both numbers. So this is double number bond. Here, let's try the arrow way. Yeah? Let's try the arrow way. So we start with our first part, and we make a move. We make a move by adding the tens. We're going to add, because we're adding, all of the tens that are in this number. How many tens are in the second part? 4. And the value of 4 tens is 40. So we're going to slide on up by these 4 tens. 4 tens and 4 tens gives me 8 tens. I still have 3 ones. Nothing has happened to them yet. We're going to make another move. We're going to slide on over. And we're going to add the ones. That's the change we're now making. The change we're making is to add the ones. 83 and 1 more is 84. So 43 plus 41, 84. So this was, so number 1 was number bonds, plural, number bonds, tens and ones. Number 2, we use the arrow way. Number 2, we use the arrow way. Number 1, we use number bonds. Number 2, we use the arrow way. Number 3. How about, for number 3, we will also use the number bond. We will use number bonds. Let's use number bonds. There's multiple different ways you can break up these number bonds. Number bond, make 10. We're making a 10. We want to make a group of 10. So in doing so, to make a group of 10, we're going to move ones. Which part is closer to being a complete group of 10? That is a trick question. Both of these, both 62 and 38, are the same distance from a complete group of 10. If 8 needs 2 more to make a complete group of 10, if I have 2, having 2, taking them away is a complete group of 10. So what we're going to do this time, is we're actually going to break the larger part, 62, into, we're going to take the ones we need, which is 2, because that's what we're doing. We're taking the ones we need. So it happened to be all the ones? Great! That just makes my job easier. It happened to be all the ones. Awesome! That made my job even easier. Love it! Love it! So now, we're going to take our untouched part, and to it, we're going to add the ones we need to complete this group of 10. 38 and 2 more is 40. I am now in a position where I can add the 10s. 40, 4 10s, plus 60, 6 10s is equal to 4 10s and 6 10s. Notice, there's nothing happening in the ones place. It needs to be represented because the ones help us represent the value of this 10, because it's not 40 plus 60 is not 10. 4 10s plus 6 10s is 10 10s, and there are no loose ones available right now. But if I needed them, they're there. 10 10s is the same as 100 ones. The pieces are all there, they're just bundled up together. So 62 plus 38 is equal to 100. Okay, so we've done number bonds, breaking up the 10s and the 1s, putting all the 10s together, putting all the 1s together, adding them up. We've used the arrow way. We've used the number bond to make 10. Now we'll use the number bond to add 10s. Use the number bond to add 10s, meaning I'm going to take one of these parts, usually the smaller part, and I'm going to take it apart completely and break it into 10s and 1s. I then will add those 10s to the larger part. So which part is smaller, 52 or 48? Which part is smaller, 52 or 48? 48, but not by much, but it is smaller. We're going to break this into 4 10s and 8 1s. We're going to break that into 4 10s and 8 1s. We will then take the larger, presently untouched part. We will add those 4 10s because we're adding the 10s. We're adding these 10s to the larger part. I know there's a digit in the ones place, but is anything actually happening to it? No, we're just tagging along, just kind of hanging out. All right, so 5 10s plus 4 10s is 9 10s. 2 1s plus no 1s is that same 2 1s. Nothing changed. Now we're in the position where we can add the remaining ones. So 9 10s plus 2 10s, 2 1s plus 8 1s, see there's 0 10s, is equal to, well, if I have 2 10s and I receive 8 more, if I have, I'm apologizing a lot today, sorry guys. Catch my breath, so excited. I told you this is the last lesson, we should be excited. This is our last lesson, right? If we have 2 1s and we add an additional 8 1s, we've now made a group of 10. So 2 1s plus 8 1s creates an additional group of 10. So instead of having 9 10s, I have 10 10s and 0 1s. 52 plus 48 is also 100. Is also 100. Also 100. Now, so we've done the 3 different variations on a number bond. We've done the arrow way. we are now ready to use the picture. We're going to do the picture together twice. And in these pictures, we're going to do our vertical pictures. We're going to do our vertical stack pictures, 10s on top of 10s, 1s on top of 1s. And given the room, if we have room, I'm going to try and make room, we're going to, if we have room, we're going to write the vertical number sentence. So, 7 10s and 5 1s. Let's draw that. 10, 2 10, 3 10, 4 10, 5 10, 6 10, 7 10. 7 10, okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's the first part. That is all just this first part. That is all just this first part. All these pieces come together to create that first part. Now, the next part is 10, 1, 2, 3, 4. So, we are going to, again, look at our ones place first. I'm going to use this room right down here to finish this out. There's my 1, yup. We're going to use, so there are 5 and 4 ones. Did I complete a group of 10? No, I did not. 5 ones and 4 more ones is 9. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Bam! Just bring it on down. Now let's group our 10s together. We're not going to count all. We're going to start here at 7 because we know we drew 7. So 7, this must be 7, and one more is 8 10. So 8 10s, 9 1s. 8 10 9. 8 10 9. 8 10 9. 8 10 9. 8 10 9. 75 plus 14 is equal to 89. 89. So let's, for space's sake, just for clarity's sake, I'm going to write a vertical number sentence. I'm going to use my marker. So this right here is 7 10s and 5 1s. These numbers, this number represents this picture. And to it, we added 1 10 and 4 1s. Is that correct? Yes. And we found that when we put those together, we had 9 1s and 8 10s, like so. 75 plus 14 equals 89 when it's horizontal. 75 plus 14 equals 89 when it's vertical. 75 plus 14 equals 89 when it's a picture. It is all the same. Different steps, different ways to get to the same solution. Now, let's draw a picture for number 6. Number 6 reads 75 plus 16. Well, we just did 75 plus 14. So we already know what our first picture is going to look like, and I think our answers are going to be pretty close to one another because I'm only adding a couple more. So let's see what happens. 7 10s, 1 10, 2 10, 3 10, 4 10, 5 10, 6 10, 7 10s, so 7 10s, and 5 1s. 1 1, 2 1, 3 1, 4 1, 5 1. Does it matter that I did the circles first? No, you could do circles first, you could do X's first, you could do all circles, you could do all X's. I choose to differentiate because that helps me keep track of what I'm doing. I choose to do 2 different shapes so I know what's going on. It helps me to have them not look the same because I know that they are pieces of different parts. Now granted, we are going to put all the parts together, but we haven't done that yet. So this picture represents my first part. These are the pieces in my first part. So let's draw the second part. 1 10. Let's go over to the ones place, and 1 2 3 4 5 6 1s. Okay. Now we have drawn pictures to represent 75 and 16. We are now ready to put them together. We're ready to put them together. We will, again, start in the ones place. Just eyeballing the ones. Looking how I drew them as 5 group rows. Do you see what I see? Let's count them all just to make sure. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9, 10, 11. There are, in fact, 11 ones, which means 11 ones is 10 1. 11 ones is 10 1. Because as we said, you cannot leave 2 digits in the ones place. And in second grade, you won't be able to leave 2 digits in the tens place either, because you're going to need to be able to keep going. It changes the value of the answer. I'll show you, and we'll see they're not the same. Okay? So let's count. So we said that there is 1 1 still outside of the bubble, meaning that there is 1 remaining loose 1 that did not become part of the group, that became a group of 10. Let's count the 10s. 7, because this is 7, this is 7, 8, 9. 9. So look, you're telling me that this picture plus this picture gives you this answer, right? Well, look what happened if I don't move the part over. Look what happened. Look, look, look. So, you're telling me that 9 10s and 1 1, yeah, no, that's the same as 8 10s and 11 1s. Are those the same? Absolutely not. They are not the same, which is why this can't stay here. This has to get grouped over here. That has to become part of the 10s. 8, 10 plus 1 more 10. That's a requirement. And when y'all get into the hundreds place and y'all start making bigger numbers, you're not going to be able to leave 2 digits in the tens place either. It works right now because 2 digits in the tens place does not change the value of my answer. So 75 plus 16 we said was equal to 91. And now my vertical number sentence, 7 10s and 5 1s plus 1 10 and 6 1s is equal to, well, we said we had 11 1s, so it's 1 1 and 1 10. Then we added 7 8 9. Just a little bit longer. Does this number sentence match this picture? Yes. So 75 plus 16 is 91 horizontally. 75 plus 16 is 91 vertically. 75 plus 16 is 91 vertically. 75 plus 16 is 91 in a picture. So this was all that we do. We did this whole side 111 together, correct? Well, now you are tasked, see why I don't like writing a marker in these books? You are tasked with doing the back. Your job, you do 7, you do 8, you do 9, you do 10, you do 11, you do 12, all on page 112, which is the back side of that same sheet of paper, 11, 10, 2. And it says, use the strategy you prefer to solve the problems below. Meaning, choose whichever strategy you like best. Whichever strategy you like best to solve these 6 problems. What you will turn into me, however, is what we did together and what you did on your own. I want to see both. But guys, we're going to go ahead and actually I'm going to give you a little. So look at all this. This is great stuff for you to practice for the summer. Just an idea, you know. But guys, I'm going to close the book and say that is the end of our final math lesson of first grade. Alright guys, I will see you later.